Now, last week, Danilo visited Tessa from one of Cape Town's gems, Tessa's Bakery, to find out more about her family business and how it started and to get some real baking tips for this festive season.
So as you all know, I love spending time in the kitchen, whether it's making supper or a delicious dessert. But when it comes to cleaning, well, that's kind of where the man gene in me steps in. But as all bakers say, where there's a whisk, there's a way. And so today I'm here to meet Tessa from Tessa's Bakery to find out how she creates these scrumptious dishes and cleans her floor in the best way she knows how. It's time for tea. Tessa, this seems like the perfect Sunday afternoon just to relax together with a cup of tea. And how did you fall in love with baking, and how did this entire empire all begin?
It started as a hobby, really. I was at home, I had nothing to do, and I started baking, and then people were telling coffee shops to contact me and to supply them. So I would bake in the evenings, deliver to the coffee shops in the morning, and then I would get more and more business from different coffee shops. And the business just grew. Then my son was in between jobs and he saw the potential and he begged, let's open a bakery, and we are now 20 people and now we are a big family.
How did you fall in love with baking? Was it something that was part of your family tradition, or, how did you get to this point?
I was never a baker before. I never learned from anywhere. I taught myself by buying recipe books and trying recipes and then perfecting it and then taking it further. But I would just carry on experimenting until I found the recipe that I thought was the best.
Well, Tessa, the proof is always in the pudding when it comes to these things. I'd love you to show me how you make some of these delicious treats. All right, Tessa, what are we going to make today?
Okay, we're going to make our chocolate cupcakes. So it's just very simple. It's just sugar, coffee, oil, buttermilk and eggs, and we put it in here, and then we add the flour and the cocoa.
Lovely.
And that's it.
You had me at sugar and coffee, so let's get started.
Okay.
Do we just combine all the ingredients in there?
All the wet ingredients together.
I'll help you there.
Okay.
A bit of this goes in there.
Okay, so we put the mixer on, and then we're going to add the dry ingredients.
So what would you say is probably the most challenging thing about what you do? Because I'm sure it must be sort of the people element of running a business. And
I'm very shy, although you wouldn't think so, but I'm very shy when I meet people, because people want to know my story and they find it inspiring that I've managed to make a business out of a hobby.
Well, our batter's looking amazing. I think it's ready to go be poured into our little discs over here, so let's get that going. Pass these to you.
Thank you.
Obviously, being a baker, I mean, you are going to naturally make mess. There's flour, there's ingredients that are going to get around. So are you the type of person that cleans as you go?
Absolutely. Every time I do something, then the cloth is always around me, and I clean up as I go, because it's not nice working in a filthy, untidy place.
So these are going to be popped into the oven at how hot for how long?
At 180 for 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll put these in.
Okay.
And then, as you've taught me now, obviously we're going to make sure that we keep our spaces clean and tidy as we go.
Exactly.
Cool, so all that's left is to wipe this up. But I mean, does your floor also get as dirty as your tabletops do?
Yes, of course. So when you're baking, there's always sugar and flour and water. So you've got to keep the floor clean all the time. And especially now that we have a little baby in the house, and she's crawling and she loves being in the kitchen. So the floor must be clean.
So generally speaking, how many times a week do you end up mopping your floor?
Every day. It's mean how many times a day. If we're busy, we mop all the time because the floor must stay clean.
And voila. Oh, that smells so good already, just like that.
So now I need the icing. There's that one, thank you. Yeah, so we'll just ice.
Oh, wow.
And what we just do, we put some decorations on it. Put a little snowman on the one.
And
maybe some
sprinkle some of these silver things.
Yes, some silver balls. There you are.
Naturally, you can't make all of these cupcakes in such a small kitchen, I mean, throughout the whole business. This way, you guys expanded to the family side of things. So where's your son and everyone else at the moment? Are they at the factory?
They're at the bakery.
Oh, my word.
If I'm not there, they're there. If they're there, I can say.
Should we go check up on them?
Yes, you have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
George, please can I have two of the...
I don't do that anymore.
How did you get involved in your mother's family business?
Well, it's a strange story. We were at home baking, my mom, my dad, And I decided, let's try this out and get involved in the bakery and see if we can make something of this. And 4 years later, we are now ready to take the next step.
What is it about your mom specifically that you think made her so successful?
She's really good at what she does. She knows her game extremely well. It's her ideas and it's her brand, and we're very proud of her, and that's why we try and keep it made like moms.
George, thank you so much for the experience today. Good luck for the rest of the journey. I can't leave without taking one of your cupcakes. I would have gone for a macaron, but let's rather go for salted caramel. It's more manly. Thank you. Cheers.